Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy of the 2021 Volkswagen Atlas. We're going to head on the highway, do 50 miles out, 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to get you a real-world moving 70 mile per hour fuel economy average. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a quick look at the car. So this is the freshly refreshed V6 3-row Volkswagen. Looking good here in the silver paint. Nice, more aggressive front end. I think it looks good. If you want to see more on the car, hit that subscribe button. Check out our other cool content. We've got a sound system demo on this SEL R-Line model, as well as a full review. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA Highway Fuel Economy test only averages 48 miles per hour. And we feel there are people who take their Atlases out on long road trips and their steady state highway cruising speeds, and they'd like to know a more realistic figure on what they can expect to get here in the real world. Not only that, but manufacturers often do their own EPA testing and submit the results and get them certified, so we like to hold companies like Volkswagen accountable for their numbers. So we're going to head up to the Shell fuel station here, fill up using the 3-click fueling method. We're going to use the same pump both at the beginning and the end of the test. We're going to go out and set the cruise control for 73 miles per hour with the climate control set at 73 degrees, which we will turn on auto now. Yes, this can use the air conditioner, but that's just sort of the nature of the test. Everyone's got to use climate control. Ambient temp today is 55 degrees and tire pressures are set to their door placard numbers. So used to cars that fill up on the left. Didn't realize this one fills up on the right. Okay, 2.1 gallons on the initial fill. Should be good and clean. 87 octane on the Atlas V6. It's all that's required. Before we actually start up the vehicle, we're going to reset our GPS and reset our trip settings in here. And we are good to go. We're actually trying out a new highway fuel economy route. Should be just about the same distance as before, but it should be a little bit straighter and a little bit less traffic, allowing us to get an even cleaner moving fuel economy average. Now the goal of this test is not to hypermile, but rather to drive effectively and efficiently. So we're going to get up to highway speed here smoothly and safely. Get to listen to that awful Volkswagen rattle, screech in the back seat. I have messed with that second row multiple times, trying everything I could to get it to quiet down, and unfortunately cannot. The initial throttle tip-in is way too touchy on this Atlas. It's really frustrating and tough to drive smooth. It looks like the speedometer actually reads a little low, which is very surprising for a German vehicle. So, according to my GPS, 71 miles per hour, looks like 73 over there. And with that, we are off. We'll check in at the end of the video. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire drive. Coming up to the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the Atlas V6. Pretty straightforward, actually getting a little bit better fuel economy than I expected according to the vehicle's trip computer. It's telling us 24.5 miles per gallon. Now, the tripometer is reading quite low as well. You see it only says we've done 96 miles, whereas the GPS is on 99.4 at this point. And that lines up with the fact that the speedometer reads low by a few miles per hour as well. So I'm expecting that number to be a little bit lower once we actually get to the pump, fill up using the same pump and the same method, and calculate our numbers from there. Highway comfort's been fine. I have noticed getting a little bit squirmy in the seat, both my butt and my lower back. It does have single way lumbar adjustment, but I would like a little bit more. This is a $45,000 car after all, and it really looks the part, so you'd think it has a little bit more kind of to follow up, but sometimes the Volkswagens are a little bit more show than go when it comes to actually turning out with comfort and performance and reliability. Sound system's also only okay. Check out the link in the description for our full audio system review. This is just the 6-speaker sound system in the SEL model. So I think it's fairly average. I've been doing a lot of listening, and that's about where I'm at. But if you want to see more and see how it works and everything, check the link in the description. We're going to drive nice and easy back to the fuel station, fill up with the same pump using the same method, and get our final result. And also, since this was a new route, that worked out very nicely. Very few slowdowns at all. We've averaged 71 miles per hour moving. By the time we get to the gas station, that should be down to 70. Because of that, we'll have a new total mileage. It's going to be probably about 102-ish, maybe 102.5. We'll see once we get there. I think this new route will work out nicely. Look at that, kept a moving average of 71 miles per hour according to the GPS. Total trip 102.2, car says 24.7 miles per gallon, average speed 68, but we know that's reading a little bit low. Let's fill her up. There we are, 3.876 gallons. 102.2 divided by 3.876 gives us, wow, 26 miles per gallon. I'm a little surprised by that. I would have expected, maybe we didn't quite put in quite as much fuel as should be, but I would say your accurate results should be right around 25 miles per gallon then, somewhere in between the car's readout and what we were able to put in the vehicle. So the fuel tank in the Atlas SEL is 9.5 gallons, so do 9.5 times 25 miles per gallon. You should be able to get 487 miles out of a tank of fuel here in the 2021 Atlas. Hope you guys are interested by that result. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, like, all those good things. Check out more fuel economy tests, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.